What's going on? Today is Monday, and as you guys know, every single Monday we come at you, we spit fire. We spit the truth and nothing but the
truth, baby.
That's my boy right here, Matt the Ninja. Today we have an amazing topic to talk about. If you have not gotten the book that Patrick McDavid has written, which is called How to Choose Your Enemies Wisely, right?
Yep.
It's an amazing book. I'm actually almost done with it. And I want to talk about that, how to choose your enemies wisely, because a lot of people, I used to be ridiculed by people that I knew because they told me that, oh, Michael, why are you driven by having haters and enemies and stuff? And at the end of the day, I actually asked a professional. Like, I went to a therapist. I said, hey, let me ask you a quick question. You know what I'm saying? Is there something wrong with me that I'm driven by this insane ideology of, like, sometimes I create the haters in my head. They may not even be real, but I create that because that's what drives me and fuels me.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. How to use your enemies wisely, how to choose them wisely, how to use them wisely, how to get them to motivate you, put a fire under your ass. And you may not think that it's actually healthy, but it's actually super healthy to have certain enemies. And I'm not talking about enemies that you want to fucking kill and murder. No. I'm not talking about like war. I'm talking about having the enemies fuel you the proper way.
Yes.
In business, in life, in your relationships, whatever it may be, right?
In a healthy way.
100% healthy way. So let me ask you this. Do you have any enemies right now?
Enemies.
Got a lot of enemies. Try not jam me this motherfucking energy.
Enemies. I in my space it's tough because I'm a creative. I do videos, help you out with videos. I do a lot of content creation myself. So for me, I feel like I haven't developed necessarily an enemy just yet. Someone I pinpoint that's like that I use and I feel to like in a competitive way to be better and all this stuff.
That, man.
I feel like
you need that shit.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know. That's tough. There's definitely a lot of people that inspire me and all this, and there might be maybe some content creators that I see here and there that I'm like, I could do better than them.
It's not even about better. I'll give you an example. You have to have someone that you look up to. It could be someone that you look up to, but like, damn, that's my fucking guy. I'm gonna fucking crush that. Right? It could be an idea. You could be fighting towards an idea. Like you can use, like I'll give you an example. Some of you guys may have a couple of haters. Okay? As you start growing, you're going to have haters. If you don't have any haters, that means you're not really doing much.
Yeah, that's facts.
No one that is more successful than you is gonna hit on you.
Yeah.
Think about that. So if no one's hating on you, that means that what? That you haven't done shit. So you have to be able to go do shit. And as you start doing shit, as you raise your head above the crowd, motherfuckers are gonna throw tomatoes at you. Mm-hmm. And when they're throwing tomatoes at you, you got to know what to do with that. You're going to sit there and cry because someone hated you. They said some shit in your comments. Like, I don't know. I get a lot of bullshit comments. Yeah. I don't take it personally. As a matter of fact, when I do videos and we post it on social media, there's comments that are ripping people to pieces.
Yeah.
Sometimes they rip me. Sometimes they rip the person I'm interviewing. It doesn't really matter. I like it. I personally enjoy it because I'm like, dude, and usually it's the guys with no freaking profile pic. Usually. It's probably some guy in Oklahoma sitting with his busted ass underwear in his mom's basement screaming, Mom, make the meatloaf, right? That's pretty much who it might be. But it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I actually use it as fuel, right? So when someone, like, for example, I remember I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
I will never forget this. I just started my business.
Yeah.
It was a network marketing business. And I told my buddy, he was a close friend of mine at the time. And he probably doesn't watch my content. Maybe he does. I have no idea, right? But he literally laughed at me when I told him I was going to get a Lamborghini. Like, and he wasn't just laughing. He was freaking like a hyena laughing in my ear while I was on the phone laying down on my bed. I was like, this motherfucker. And I got so motivated at that moment. I was like, this motherfucker has no idea what he just did. He put a fire under my ass. And
That's
everywhere I went, everybody knew and knows about that green Lamborghini that I want. Or wanted, right? Yeah. And then something crazy happened. In 2018, 2019, I was able to buy one. I was so fucking close to buying. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Am I really going to go buy that Lamborghini just to fucking prove this fucker wrong? Like, I already knew that by me proving to myself that I had the money, liquid cash at that time, 250 grand in my bank account at that time. I was like, I'm going to go buy that shit. Yeah. But I'm not, but I could. Yeah. And that to me was the best thing on the planet because I knew that I've actually hit the goal that he fucking laughed at. Right? Because the goal wasn't really to get the Lamborghini. Yeah. It was never really my big-ass dream to have a Lamborghini. It was because he laughed at me that became my goal. Yeah. So you need to utilize your enemies wisely. He fucking motivated the shit out of me. And then once I got that 250, I was like, hold on a second. I can only get one. He might be right, but I won't have anything else. Yeah. So it fueled me to fucking get even more, right? Of course, so can I get multiple of those, right? Yeah. That's what really drove the shit out of me. So, and it wasn't just that. There was a lot of situations, like people that quit on me.
Yeah.
When I used to build my business, oh my God, in the sales world, when you build in the beginning and you don't have that much leadership skills, people are going to quit on you. And every time somebody quit, you have no idea. I have a list of every single fucking person
what's funny,
that fucking quit.
I feel like,
and it motivated the shit out of me.
You know, it's funny. I feel like at some point when you get into certain areas in your life and you're really working on yourself, you can consider that maybe a setback. Like people quit on you, all this stuff. But I mean, I know you're gonna say like that fuels you too, but it's like it comes to a point where like you get these setbacks, and once you have a certain mindset,
you get a comeback.
It's automatic fuel. It's like, all right, you want to take me back? All right, I'm gonna go even farther this time.
100%. I mean,
like
them quitting
kind of energy.
Listen to me. When I had one of my best, at that time he was my best friend, right? Okay. And he was a Colombian guy, right? Colombian kid. I actually just bumped into him in Colombia.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is someone that quit on you, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, he quit on himself. He quit on his own dreams. He didn't quit on me, right? But you can look at it, he's quit on my team. But I took it so personally when people quit. Because I'm like, I invested so much time and energy and research. I believed in them so much. And they just gave up because it got fucking difficult?
Yeah.
You quit because it got hard?
Yeah.
You quit because it was challenging? You quit because it was not easy? You quit because it was painful? Dude, I was going through the same pain as you.
Yeah.
I was going through the same challenge as you. I was going through the same mental battles as you, but I did not give up.
Yeah.
So when they give up, it hurt me. Because I'm like, dude, we're in this fight together. We're in the foxhole together.
Of course.
And that drove me so much. And when they quit, I was like, I have to prove them wrong. And I have to prove them that them quitting was not the right answer. Like, I tell myself, you quit, you're not going to get the reward. I'm going to fight till the end and get the reward. So that when I do get the reward, I said, listen, you should have never quit.
Yeah.
And the best feeling in the planet was when I went to, when I seen people that I quit years later. And I got the fruit and they didn't. And I was like, thank God thank God I did not let my emotions dictate what I was going to do at that time. My feelings did not tell me what to do. I just fucking did what I needed to do, and I fucking went. I ran and I won.
Yeah.
That was like my mindset. And I was like, dude, you got to let these fuckers fuel you somehow. And that's what fueled me, to prove them that, hey, me going the fucking extra mile was fucking worth every penny.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
You know, that reminds me of a scenario that we were actually in, and this is a scenario that fuels me too. It's like, me and him were we like to network in the streets of Brickell. We like to talk to people, interview people, do different things.
I love that.
Yeah. And so we ran into an influencer. We won't say any names. A big influencer.
Really?
Big influencer.
Oh, I remember now. I won't forget that day.
Yeah. And so whatever. And we tried to go up to this guy, be all nice about it, but he gave us all this attitude and was like, nah, I don't
that fueled the shit out of me.
And yeah, bro. I'm like, that's scenario like that. I'm like, all right, bitch, I'll see you at the top.
No, don't worry. And,
like,
it motivated us because I'm like, you know what? I'll give you an example. I promise you, this channel that we're doing right now on YouTube, just on YouTube, I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers. I guarantee you that. I don't know how, I don't know when, but we're going to figure it out because we're going to figure out the strategy. Like, there's a way to do it. Someone has done it, I can do it, right? And if someone hasn't done it, we'll figure out a way. On Instagram, we're already at 100K almost. On TikTok, we're almost at 100K, right? And we're about to hit 100, like any day now. And I appreciate you guys, by the way. I love you guys. I support you guys. You guys are everything to me. Like, without you guys, I ain't nobody, right? So I love doing this for you guys, to entertain you guys and educate you guys. That's my mission. So I'm going to fucking get so much, like, I know exactly what that motherfucker is with how many followers, all this shit. I promise you. My business success, my social media success, like, it fucking fuels me. Where one day, I promise you, they're going to say, hey, Mike, can you do an interview with us?
Yep.
That's what drives me. Like, tell me no. Tell me I can't do something. Tell me it's not going to happen. Tell me I don't have the capability of doing it. You have no idea what you do to me. I told this story all the time. My ex-girlfriend at the time doubted me at 5:30 in the morning that I could wake up.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah, a year and a half. Bro, a whole year and a half. All I'm doing is what? A whole year and a half. Waking up fucking early. Just to prove, and I could have done it for a week, a month. Nah, I said a year. I said a year shows that you fucking did it. You doing it. And it was the fucking craziest thing. And every time I would wake up in the morning, the person would be sleeping. I would look at them, literally say, in my mind, I knew I won. Because when an enemy tells you you can't do something, or when an enemy doubts you, or when an enemy thinks you can't do shit, what will you do? Will you surprise them? Or are you going to give into their bullshit?
Yep.
Now, I'm driven by that. I'm driven by making sure that my enemies do not get the satisfaction of their comments. I'm driven by that like a monster. Right? There's some people that I recruited that were fucking bad for the culture. They were bad people. Because you don't know sometimes, right? It happens. Bad partnerships. It drives me. I have a list of these people. Like, you don't understand. I'm a sick fuck. I got a list of people that I just want to little by little eliminate. Little by little and just squash them. To me, it drives me. I'm not saying that drives you. You may be a happy person. Everyone's happy, la, la, la. For me, I'm driven by that fucking motivation.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
And on the days where I'm tired, or the days that I don't want to go to the gym, the days I don't want to do that, that's what gets me to do shit.
You gotta, yeah.
That's what gets me to do shit. Like, go to the gym, I'll tell you something. I was 17 years old. I wish you guys met me at 17. I was so skinny. I was 110 fucking pounds as a 5'9" dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking skinny.
Yeah.
Like, girls won't even look at you at 5'9", 110 pounds. Like, I look disgusting.
Yeah.
I made a commitment. I'm going to get my body to where I need it to get to. So where people come to me and say, wow, Mike, I like your biceps. Oh, Mike, wow, you're getting bigger, right? Yeah. I didn't do it for the validation. I didn't need that. I just did it because I wanted to prove motherfuckers wrong. That laughed at me and said, oh, they told me I wasn't going to be able to. They told me. I remember this. It's impossible for me to get to that weight.
Yeah.
Because the way my bone structure was bullshit. Fuck you. Don't tell me it can't be done. It can be done, right? Being a millionaire to me was something that I drove my fucking. I just needed to prove the whole fucking world because in foster care, they told me that I wasn't going to be anybody. Yeah. They literally told me that. They literally had conversations with my mom and my family. Oh, what's going to happen with this kid? Because I went through all these kind of situations in school, all this bullshit. I got kicked out of every school. The principals used to say that Michael Barayev is a menace to society. Yeah. Kids that I used to hang out with, my boys, their parents used to, behind closed doors, I would hear it. While I'm walking to the door, I would hear them say, why are you hanging out with this kid? Yeah. He's going nowhere in life. And that fueled me. I said, you know what? Really? I'm going nowhere? Yeah. I'll show you motherfuckers. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I promise you, the parents now wish. Yeah. They wish that their fucking children hung out with me. Yeah. So you got to take that fuel and use it to your advantage. Don't let the naysayers, don't let the negative comments, don't let the negative bullshit really like go to waste.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, be a garbage disposal company and fucking change that fucking shit to some fucking,
recycle that shit.
Yeah, recycle the horse manure. You know what I'm saying? Like, make something positive out of that. Yeah. That's what I did. I mean, it motivates the crap. I get excited about this shit. You guys can tell I'm fired up today. Yeah. Because I just think about all the enemies. I just think about all the people that have doubted me and said so much shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Times where there's certain friends that I actually have this one friend in particular that I think about, but sometimes I spew out ideas or like any creative ideas that I think are really cool. And most people say, yeah, but this one guy, he's always, nah, that's whack. Or nah, this and that. And I'm like, let me prove you wrong right now.
Listen, doubt me. Doubt me.
Yep.
Right? Go against me. Challenge me. You'll see what happens. Like, you, at the end of the day, people have done that the wrong way. Yeah. Like, sometimes you got to choose your enemies wisely. Like Patrick David talks about. Sometimes you got to choose your enemies. Like, sometimes do not poke the wrong fucking lion. Yeah. Like, I'm chill. You poke me, game over. Yeah. Right? Like, don't poke the wrong person. Like, why would you go to a zoo and take a stick and poke the lion in the face? Like, why? Yeah. You know the lion's going to eat your ass up. Yeah. But some people, they poke the wrong enemy. If you're small right now, don't be attacking a big company.
Absolutely.
You don't need to make their shit, like, you don't need to vocalize your fucking hatred towards the enemy. Sometimes the enemy should just be between you and you. In the back of your mind, you know what you need to do. Listen, my enemies don't know that they're my enemies sometimes. Yeah. I don't sit there and say, oh my God, fuck you enemies. No. My enemies are in my head to fuel me. Figure out what drives you. Figure out what moves you. Figure out what gets you to compete and go out there and do it.
Did you finish the whole book already?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
I didn't finish. I got like maybe 30, 40 minutes left.
Does this guy talk about Tom Brady though?
He does.
Okay, I knew
he does.
Yeah, because
he does. He does actually.
I heard Tom Brady speak, and then he was talking about that same subject, and he was saying how, like, in the game, he chooses certain people that he has to that just fuels him, and that he even talks about, like, people think like being angry towards someone or in the middle of a competitive state, it's like people think, oh, being angry is like wrong. It's like, no, some of these emotions you can use them for the right way.
Listen, anger is not a bad emotion. Anger is actually a healthy emotion if you channel it properly. There's nothing wrong with being angry. There's nothing wrong with being sad. There's nothing wrong with being upset. There's nothing wrong with being, anxious. There's nothing wrong with feelings. Yeah. Feelings are normal. You're a human being. You're allowed to feel things. Yeah. What is wrong is when you let those feelings get out of control. You're not controlling what you do with those fucking feelings. Yeah. Like, you feel sad and then you start smoking. That's not a good action. So it's not about the problem is not the feelings. Yeah. The problem is the choices you make with those feelings. Correct. Well, if you're reacting, it's not good. You want to respond.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Because you're in control when you respond. When you react, there's no control.
Right.
So that's my mindset. So you feel angry, great. What are you going to do with it? You're going to feel angry. Someone will poke you in the face. Yeah. Someone will smack you. Someone will say something about your mama. What will you do in that moment? Right? What would you do? You have a choice. To respond or to react. And what you do, it determines your success. What you do will determine what kind of life you're going to have. I use anger to my advantage. Listen, we're men. Men are programmed to have testosterone. Yep. Okay? Biologically speaking. All right, I know some of you people are different. I understand you can inject yourself with testosterone. I understand that. But as a man, you are built with testosterone.
Yep.
What does testosterone mainly do? Creates rage. Not in a negative way. You use it to your positive. It's meant to build. It's meant to create.
Gives you drive.
Gives you drive. It makes you go out there to hunt. You know, it gives you that like if you see a lion in front of you, what are you gonna do? Your wife is right next to you.
Yeah.
Listen, you fucking do what you gotta do. You shoot it, you kill it, whatever you gotta do, right? Or you run, right? So that's what testosterone does for you. It gives you that extra strength to kind of push through things. And if you use it to your advantage, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But if you use anger to scream at people, hurt people, do stupid shit, like I remember when I was 20 years old, if someone would cut me off in the highway, I would scream at them. Like nowadays, I'm like, okay, go.
Yeah.
I get angry, but okay, guys, you got you. And then I drive up to the red light. I'm like, okay, we're in the same fucking red light, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, what did you just do? Nothing.
Yeah.
So just utilizing your emotions the right way and understand that there's nothing wrong with being angry, nothing wrong with being sad or anxious or whatever the feelings you have. It's what you do with it.
Yeah. So we have, when it comes to using fuel, we got haters, great fuel, negativity, great fuel. What else would you say is great fuel? I feel like I just don't want to be a loser. W's and L's.
That could be your enemy.
Yeah.
Your enemy could be mediocrity. You know what's crazy? My freaking life, everything I do, I want to be a black sheep. Okay? Mm-hmm. Some people don't want to be a black sheep. I love being the black sheep. I'm different. Yeah. I like being a unicorn. Like, you know how amazing it is to go into the marketplace and nobody is like you? Like, nobody talks like me. Nobody walks like me. Nobody smells like me. Nobody thinks like me. Nobody does anything like me. I am Michael Barayev, and you will never, I promise you, when I die, there is no more Michael Barayev. That's it. There's only one Michael Barayev. Yeah. And that's the beauty. And I'm so proud of that. You should be proud of who you are.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. You should not let that, oh my God, there's nobody like me. That's amazing. Yeah. You're different. You're unique. So you want to live a different life. Absolutely. My life is my life. I don't compare. You know what's crazy? I used to when I was younger. I genuinely do not compare my life to anyone else's life. I'm literally writing my own life every day. I look at Grant Cardone, awesome, that's his path. I look at Patrick David, awesome, that's his path. He did it at 40, he did it at 20, he did it at 60. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I'm doing my life at my age, at my time. I'm trying to compete with myself. I listen.
I can agree with that.
I genuinely mean that, bro. I genuinely mean that.
You're one of the people in my life that definitely follows through with that. Like, I can agree with that 100%. I see it, the way you live your life, 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm not chasing. Like, you know what's crazy? A lot of people are chasing success to mimic someone else's life. So if someone has a Lamborghini, they want a Lamborghini. Yeah. The second, because they're not sold in their own dream. Yeah. I got my own dream. Yeah, I got my own life. I don't give a shit. I'm 32. I'm not married. Okay. Yeah. I don't compare myself. Oh, I'm 32. I should have been married. Not one day do I ever think that, oh my God, I should have been married at 25. Absolutely nothing. I don't even think about that. Do I want to get married? Absolutely. Do I want to find a wife? Absolutely. But does that mean that my life has to be like someone else's life? At 25, get married and have kids? No, that's my life is my life. If I have a child at 37 or 32 or 35, it's my child. It's my choice. It's my life. Yeah. So many people are worried about, oh my God. So for me, my enemy is mediocrity. That was a big enemy for me. I do not want to be like anyone else. Yeah. I want to be different. I want to challenge other people to think differently, and I want to be different. And I'm a person that's going to influence other people to think differently. You may not like me. You may think I'm screaming, I'm yelling. Like some people say I'm screaming. I'm not screaming, bro. I'm just passionate about fucking life. Yeah. I'm so passionate about where I'm going. I'm so passionate about where other people are going. To me, it's exciting, bro. It's exciting. I love it. Like, you don't need cocaine for this shit. I'm excited about life without cocaine.
It's very true.
Can you imagine me on cocaine, bro?
That's why I said, I'm like, because we were talking about like if you were to smoke weed, what would happen? I'm like, you're I'm
like this, bro.
I feel like you'd just be a normal human.
I'll be a normal human. I don't think I'll be normal. You know what's crazy? The biggest curse word that someone can curse me with is say, Michael, you're average. Michael, you're normal.
Yeah.
I'm not average height. I'm not average weight. I'm not average mentality. I'm not average anything. Even 5'9", I'm 5'9". I am not. That's not average.
Yeah.
It could be above average, under average. I don't give a fuck. I just do not want to be average.
I think people genuinely believe that they're meant to live an average life, or they see, again, they compare themselves to other people and they think there's like some specific, DNA of greatness that's built in them. It's like, absolutely not. Anyone can be great. Like,
it's a choice.
It's
a choice.
Absolutely.
But many people have bad choices. Yeah. But every single successful person you think about, look at Mike Tyson, right? He became one of the greatest boxers in the world.
Yeah.
He had an enemy.
Yeah.
Right? And when I say the word, we talk about enemy, but people look at it the wrong. Oh my God, having enemies, you should have peace and love. Listen, this world was not built on just peace and love. There is peace and love, of course. Yes. We need that. But at the end of the day, when there's, what's his name? What is the guy's name? British Columbia? What's that fucking guy? Christopher Columbus came to fucking India. There was no peace and love, bro. He took over, motherfucker. He pilgrimed everyone, raped everyone. He did what he needed to do. And guess what? America's America today. Okay? Before America, the Native Indians kicked out the other people. They kicked out the guys that were, what are they called? The barbarians. The Indians kicked out the barbarians. There's war. There's enemies. It's part of fucking life. Yeah. Look at the Bible. It talks about war all the time. If it was not good, if God did not want war, he would say, listen, don't have war. Right. God literally said, attack the Canaanites, Canaanites, whatever you say, right? Yeah. Attack the Pelishtis, whatever the fuck they spell their name, or whatever. Yeah. The Pelishtis, what are they called? The whole area over there. Philistines, there you go. Yeah. Attack, take over the land. Yeah. Literally, God said that. Yeah. Not because, listen, we love peace, we love all that stuff, and I'm not pro-war. Yeah. What I am saying is that there's nothing wrong with having an enemy that drives you and fuels you to go fucking attack and to go win for your dreams and your goals. As long as you're not hurting people, listen, who cares? Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like either you conquer or you get conquered. Whether it's by life, by people, by the Matrix,
by the thought process,
whatever you want to call it. It's like you gotta get out there and you gotta freaking conquer. You gotta be a beast, especially in today's society. Like you always it's Dana White that said it. Like people nowadays are so average. They're so mediocre. Like it's so easy to be great.
Amazing.
You just have to be consistent.
It's so amazing to me. It's so easy to be successful. It's so easy to be great. Just do what no one wants to do.
Like if you're listening and you're like, I don't know if you have it. You do. You do. I hate when people just let those thoughts win. It's
like what?
When they think they're like, oh no, I don't know if I have that in me to do this, to like, oh, but I can work hard for a week, but then I get down. It's like,
crazy how people let thought, like, think of it this way. I always look at it this way. Everything that you say to yourself, it can either go this way or that way. You choose. So like some people say, oh, I may not have it in me. Okay, I may have it in me. Like, why don't you just think of this side? Yeah. Why does it have to be automatically conditioned to what the negative side is? Yeah. I don't get it. Like, you want to be a billionaire? Great. Yeah. Just work backwards. What do you need to do to be a billionaire?
Yeah, you know what this reminds me of? You ever watch the movie, what's it called? It's the DC movie with all the villains that squad up, Suicide Squad.
Oh, that one's funny.
You ever watch the latest one, though?
No.
Dude, there's this guy that has, like, polka dots all over him, and then he has, like, beef with his mom. But he doesn't know how to use his power. Like, he's not, like, he doesn't seem super strong. It's kind of, like, lame. But then he ends up, like, doing crazy stuff and using, like, his polka dots to, like, just do crazy shit. But he's like, yeah, I just started thinking about my mom. And then, like, he went off.
I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Okay? When I was 17 years old, I got hit with a brass knuckle in my face. My face was fucked up. Okay? And long story short, that kid's name, he may be watching this. I don't know where you at, motherfucker. Your name is Trey Solomon. Okay? Wherever the fuck you at. Okay? I actually looked up, trying to figure out where the fuck he was. I know exactly where he lives. He lives somewhere in fucking Louisiana. Okay? It's crazy how I caught this. I did my research. I got friends, Long story short, at the time, for a whole 2-3 years, all I can think of was getting a nice metal aluminum baseball bat. Not hitting him in the face. I had this vision of cracking his fucking kneecaps. I'm telling you, this is for a couple years. I even told one of my boys, okay? He knows who I am. He's probably watching this stuff. I told one of my boys, yo, if I need to go to his house and, you know what I'm saying, would you come with me? Right? He said, yo, I got your back. We're going together. I'm going to bring 2 bats. I'm like, perfect. I never did it, okay? I'm still here. I'm alive. I'm not incriminating myself because I never did it. But the thought came into my head. But you know what's crazy? When I go to the gym, even till this day, this is already 15 years later. Sometimes when I need that extra boost, some people, they sniff their little fucking, it's like a little powder that you can sniff and it makes you like wake up. Ammonium. The ammonium sniff. I don't know if you've ever seen it in the gym. People do it all the time. It's like ammonium nitrate or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's like a little ammonium thing. You sniff it and it fucking wakes your ass up. It wakes your brain up. Okay. So people do that to get like big, to use to pick up heavy weights or whatever. All I need to do to get my fucking mind into that fucking crazy mode is I'm literally picturing the moment when Trey Solomon hit me with that brass knuckle. And I'm fucking fighting back and I'm fucking him up. I swear, it sounds sickening. Yeah. But for a very long time, that motivated me in the gym. I don't know. I mean, listen, is that healthy? I have no fucking idea. I should speak to a therapist about this shit.
There's even people like Sean O'Malley from the UFC that he said when he was before the UFC, he joined the UFC so he can start kicking ass. Because he was a scrawny kid, got picked on, whatever.
He's still scrawny, but he's fucking a beast now.
Yeah, but now he can kick your ass.
Now you can whip your ass, bro.
Yeah, so
hey, nothing negative, bro.
Literally whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes to fuel you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to figure out what drives you, what fuels you, what gives you that pump, what gives you that energy, and utilize it to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with having haters. And some of you guys are like, oh, I want to be nice. Listen, you're nice.
If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. You're just doing
You
something
need
wrong.
it. You need, I'll be honest with you.
You gotta have opposition in life.
You're going to get it, and sometimes you gotta know. Remember, don't wake up the wrong beast at the wrong time.
Yes.
Be ready for when you wake up that beast. If you want to vocalize it, you can vocalize it, but just be prepared what's gonna come after you.
Yeah.
Right? So me personally, this is how I am. I don't like to wake up the beasts.
Yep.
I don't like to wake up the bears. Sleep, hibernate, do your thing. In my mind, though, what's in my mind, I activate this craziness. And that's how I'm always like active. Like I'm always like focused. I'm always turned on because I know what I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
I know what I'm shooting for. What drives me, what motivates me is to prove everyone that said something against me, all those negative comments, all those haters, all those principals, all those school teachers, all the people that kind of doubted me when I started my business, when I had my business after 2020. You know, when people talk shit, it was crazy. When I lost everything, when I gained everything, like all those moments. I collect those names. I have a list of them in my fucking phone. And sometimes I just look at that. I'm like, ooh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And that's what gets me fired up. I'm like, you know what? I need to go to the next level. Like right now, I've hit a lot of my goals lately.
Yeah.
Like I've been hitting goals. You know, I don't like to hit goals because you know how, the bigger the goal.
Right.
I started to change my goals a little bit because I need to hit bigger stuff. And I'm at a new phase for 2024. I have a new phase. Like I need to do so much more than what I'm doing today. I have so much potential. I'm capable of so much
understand
more.
that. Yeah.
I know that. Like, and I've done a lot in my opinion for what I've done for myself. But I got so much inside of me. I got so much more to go. I got so much more potential inside of me. I've accomplished 1% of what I wanted to accomplish in my life. I got so much more to go, and I'm so excited about the future. I'm so excited about the work that I need to put in. I'm reinvigorated on what the thing is I need to do because I'm fucking excited about life. Knowing exactly where I need to go and having a new list of enemies.
Yeah.
And when you have that, listen, you're fucking built, you know, you're built for a massive, massive, massive wave, a massive tsunami of success because you know exactly what motivates you and drives you. And like, you know, a rainy day or a bad fever or, you know, somebody says something bad to you or you don't feel like it. Those things don't come into your brain because you're driven by something that's so much more powerful. That energy of having that mindset, it drives you so much more than just, you know, oh, I don't feel good. So if you're not driven right now, if you're not motivated right now, my humble but accurate opinion, figure out what your enemy is. Figure out what it is, who it is. It could be an idea. It could be a person. It could be a place. It could be something, right? It could be anything. But figure out what drives you. Like, and how do you know? You might say, Michael, how do you know if it drives you? It drives you.
Gives you the ick.
It moves you. Like I give you an example. If somebody punches you in the fucking face, or if someone punches your mom in the face, what would you do?
Yeah.
Right? And they did a survey, by the way. I don't know. Dan Pena did a survey. They talked about it. If someone spits at your mom, what would you do? Somebody said, "Oh, I would kind of contemplate on what the person would do and why they did that." I'm like, what? Yeah. So if somebody punched or spit in your mom's face, what would you do? That person will not be breathing in a few minutes because that's your mom, right? So that action right there, that situation created a fucking reaction out of you. Or it created an action out of you. That's how you know what drives you.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out what drives you. And if you figure out what drives you, and you could just kind of like, you have that little thing, you know, the toys that kind of, you spin the shit, and it kind of gets a person activated. If you can do that to yourself, activate yourself. By yourself, because you don't need anyone else. Just remind yourself of all those things. Remind yourself of all the enemies.
Absolutely.
You're turned on like a machine.
Yeah. Don't aim for mediocrity. You want to fuel yourself. I don't know the thought that I just lost now, but again, a lot of people that have an average mindset. Put some respect on your name, man. Find it out. We're legacy people. We come down from different generations. Who knows what your background is, but
I mean,
put some respect on your freaking name.
Listen, every office I went to, every place I went to, every industry I go into, everything I do, I have to be not number one because number one means shit. I have to be the best at it. Yeah. Like everything I do, I got to become the best.
There was so much respect and honor back in the day, and so much like reverence for certain things. Nowadays, it's like since people can do whatever they want, it's just so weak. Such a weak mentality.
I'm excited about.
Like that's why that's where like basically right, like last names come from. They had certain names. Like if you worked in a farm, it has O Farmer, or you know what I mean. Like
the Barayev last name, right? And you have a very common last name, but my last name is very, very unique, right? The Barayev last name, I cannot die letting the world know, letting my kids. I cannot leave a legacy of my last name to my kids. Where people will laugh at that last name. Like there's certain last names that you would laugh at, like Madoff, right? He discriminated his sons, one of them died and one of them killed himself a couple of years after the situation because they couldn't handle the fucking pain because their last name was destroyed, right? And you got to be careful. What is your last name gonna what yours is Diaz, right? So it's very common, but you can still pass on that legacy.
I know it comes from a Spaniard background, so I know There's some kind of conquerors out there.
Somebody did something. Yeah, Oldo Diaz is out there. Some guy on pilgrimage, you know.
Somebody was with Cortez.
All I'm saying is that your last name, your last name. What will it show your future generation?
Yeah.
What will that be? You may not be. Listen, I know it's a very long-fetched idea, but I wish I could meet George Washington's heirs. That would be freaking sick. I don't know if they're there. I don't know where they're at, but that'd be pretty amazing. Oh, my name is Bob Washington. My great-great-great-grandfather built this country. I'm like, dude, shake your hand. Like, oh, what's up, man? Like, amazing, bro. Your great-grandpa built this shit, bro. Thank you for your great-grandpa's fucking decisions. I'm here today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, I just think that you guys have a lot of work to do when it comes to this enemy shit. And once you do that, game over. You know? So we appreciate you guys, and we love you guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, right? Show us some love, comments, likes.
Yep.
If you have some questions for us, drop it in the comments, man. We appreciate you. And we'll see you guys
on the next one.
in the next video, baby.